Oi, laddie. It looks like a proper English representation here. How fucking grimy. We are NFing in here, brother. We are NFing. See, brother. See, brother.
Doesn't he surprise me? Prick.
Whew. Okay. Alright. 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 Ah. Oh. Oh. Woo. Alright. I am ready to tear. Well, guys, that was a good game. It was a good game. It was a good game. You know, we made it real deep. Just about as deep as I went into my wife, and that's why she never got pregnant. And yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna tear this game a freaking new one. Oh my. The video for this is going to be a bloody massacre. Oh my. I am definitely ready. So what did he say? Of course he is, or of course he would. Prick. He's a prick because he believes in these things. Let's read this off. Oh, this is so evil. It's so evil. This is so wrong. Here we go. Thank you, you libtard developers. You have to find a way to enforce your politics and to hate on everyone that's normal. Don't even get me started on every single one of these mother effing topics. Although the common market, I actually don't really know what that is. Here we go. Okay, actually, let's look it up on the spot. What is common market? Common market. A group of countries, imposing few or no. What is that? Few or no. Is that duties? Hold on. What does that mean? A group of countries imposing few or no duties. Again, that doesn't make any sense, okay. Or trade with one another and a common tariff on trade with other countries. Okay. Okay. All right. A name for the European Economic Community or European Union used especially in the 1960s and 1970s. A common market is an agreement between two or more countries removing all trade barriers between themselves. Okay. So opening up trade between multiple countries, establishing common tariff and non-tariff barriers for importers, and also allowing for the free movement of labor, capital, and services between themselves. See, I wonder what that actually has to do with. Okay, it just sounds like open trade between different countries, which I could see maybe a reason for why you would not like that. It doesn't have to make you evil that for some reason you don't like a common market. That is so crazy that these libtards are triggered by such simplistic things. And yet they're not triggered by socialism, which is what? People who don't work make the same as people who do work. That is the entire purpose of socialism. And somehow that's not wrong. That's not evil. So, okay, let's read this off. Stop immigration. Oh, what a prick. Yeah, let's get into that soon. Reject common market. Oh, wow. What a prick. Restore capital punishment. What a prick. Make Britain great again. Okay, is this actually what conservative British people, this is actually what they think and say? Or is this a caricature for a bunch of libtards who made a video game. What is it? Frickin' clowns. Make Britain great again. Oh, what a frickin' prick. Scrap overseas aid. Oh, what a prick. Who in Britain is delivering aid overseas, by the way? That is strictly what America does. America is footing the bill for so many things for the UK. There's a bunch of UK leaders making billions of dollars off of America because America treats the globe as a charity case. That's our government. Then we've got millionaires, billionaires in America, trillionaires now, and they throw their money towards everyone outside of their country. Okay, so what aid is England providing anyone outside of themselves? Genuine question. Whatever, man. And rebuild our armed forces. What a prick. Oh my gosh. I wonder what the other gay little frickin', what's the best way of calling it? Let's players? Yeah, what did they think when they saw this, huh? Were they like, oh yeah, what a prick. Wow, oh my gosh. It's not like I actually care. It's just like they're playing for a retarded audience. And I wonder how many people overlook this when they see it and they're like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Why would they put this in the game? Why would this ever be placed here? Why? This guy is obviously patriotic, nationalistic. He has the flag of his country in his cabin. He's a prick. And you're not a prick. You're not a prick because you, by the way, you don't have a freaking flag in your freaking cubby or cabin. Okay? So, oh, I'm sorry. The guy that loves his country, actually, he's a prick and you're not. How about you go, grab your wife's dildo, her uranium dildo, and stuff it inside of yourself? How about that? Oh, wow. Jeez, this is just an allegory for frickin' Trump. Love of God, look at this. Put Britons first. Oh, wow. I wonder who, that's weird. There's some people who say put Americans first. Oh, that's interesting. And then they say stop immigration. Interesting. And they also say stop engaging in not e-commerce. What am I saying? In commerce with other countries that are screwing you over through method of placing tariffs on their own products, overcharging you. They get to make money off of making products and selling them to you, but then they're also taxing you for those products. Like, well, gee, we're getting wrecked. Man, you really have to up price those products if you want to make money off of them. That's messed up. We shouldn't be doing that. You prick. Or what about immigration? Oh yeah, immigration, that's going so well for so many countries. By the way, all throughout history, every country that's done immigration, that's really worked out well. It's not like that destroyed Greece, destroyed Rome. It's not like diversifying your country and bringing in a bunch of people from other demographics and backgrounds doesn't just destroy your ethics, your ideals, and your culture, your traditions as a civilization. Yeah, immigration's a great thing. Immigration's a great thing when you're bringing in, by the way, a bunch of freaking criminals and they're committing a bunch of crimes and then they're actually getting off for those crimes and no one cares. No one cares. Don't pay attention. Stop paying attention. What are you doing? You're paying attention. That's wrong. That's wrong. You prick. Yeah, and by the way, with immigration, they do take your jobs. They do take your, they like to make fun of it. Oh, they're taking our jobs. That whole thing. Yeah, they are. They are taking the jobs. You freaking clowns, you freaking retards, you freaking libtards, you raging libtarded losers. You are wrong, the other side's right. They do take jobs, and that is a problem for your people, your native-born people, and their economy. The economy for your fellow citizen, not for the fellow foreigner. Immigration corrodes and decays a civilization, its stability, and its uniformity. And you're going to sit there and you're going to call someone that wants to keep their country and their culture not only safe, but stable. You're going to call them a prick? Go screw yourself. And I hope you find a long piece of rope, and I hope you figure out what it's good for. Restore capital punishment. Jeez, I wonder why someone would say that. Oh, that's right. Because of freaking immigration, you're sitting there and you're bringing in a bunch of freaking clowns who commit a bunch of crimes, and you also have a bunch of, criminals inside your own population, however many it is, depending on the civilization, whatever. And you're saying, let's restore an absolute punishment to people who commit atrocities against citizens, law-abiding citizens of a country. How dare you, prick? You want there to be absolute punishment, absolute consequences for criminals. You prick. Get the frick out of here, man. Again, go find your freaking wife's freaking dildo and ask her to freaking go at town with you, okay? Because clearly you're not wearing the pants in your own freaking life. Get the frick out of here. Scrap overseas aid. Scrap overseas aid. Gee, I wonder why what a prick, by the way. What a prick. How dare you say that? It's not like there's any problem with collecting all your money and then throwing your money all over the place to other people that are not of your citizenry and your country. Oh, wow, that's so weird. It's so weird that you would want to stop throwing money to people who are not within your own borders and specifically benefiting your people within your own borders. No, you're right. We should be throwing all of our country's money to people outside of our country, help people outside of our country. Hey, you know that weird thing throughout history where it used to be that a lot of countries outside your borders were actually your enemies? If you're throwing money at them, either you're indebted to them, right? You're enslaved. It's a feudal situation where you are indebted. Your reign, your sovereignty is indebted to this higher authority. Or again, they're claiming you as their vassal, and you have to do whatever as a little biatch boy. Sometimes you just belong as a vassal, whatever. It doesn't make you a biatch boy. Anyways, but you're a servant to that country, and you don't have your own sovereignty. That's why you would be giving aid to another country, either so that they can destroy you, either they've already destroyed you, and now you just owe stuff to them, right? Or, etc., etc. But never is it that you are a sovereign country and you're just benefiting everybody else besides yourself. Gee, I wonder why this raging prick, wonder why he would want us to scrap overseas aid. I wonder if it's so that we can reallocate our own resources for our own people instead of someone else's people who at some point in the future might want to go to war with our country after we gave them so much. Oh, it's like that never happened in history, right? You freaking libtard, right? You freaking libtard. History never existed. It never happened. You obviously know better than everybody else, especially when you sit there and you are shaming and guilting people for a position that they know that is correct. For a position that they know is correct. You're shaming them for that. And then rebuild our armed forces. You prick. How dare you? You want to rebuild your military so that your country, your civilization is capable of defending itself in case anyone wants to go to war with you? Gee, it's not like that. There's ever a good reason for that. Oh, that whole thing with Israel and Palestine. Oh, that whole thing. Gee, I wonder if one of the sides getting attacked by the other side, I wonder if they wish they had armed forces at the ready. Oh, shoot. When Rome got invaded by the barbaric armies from the north, gee, I wonder if they wanted their army available. By the way, Rome at that time, they were split east and west Rome, but still, gee, that's weird. That whole thing about Ukraine and Russia. Oh, that whole thing. Gee, I wonder if the side getting attacked, I wonder if they would really love it if they had armed forces at the ready. Gee, I wonder why a prick would value the idea of a country that they love, of a country that they don't want to see destroyed in active real time in 4K HD. I wonder why they would want to see their armed forces rather than completely abolished. Let's rebuild it and let's make sure that's maintained. Let's make sure that we have an active military front so that we could defend ourselves. Oh, that's crazy. You're right. It's wrong and it's evil for there to be an armed forces for your country. You're right, libtard. You're right. You're right. You should bend over backwards when you're getting invaded by those immigrants. Remember that? Those crime-committing immigrants. You shouldn't have any armed forces to defend yourself against those invading immigrants. And then when you say, do we have a capital punishment? Obviously not. When they commit crimes or when they're doing whatever it is to impoverish our people, our native-born people, my ancestries, fellow kin, fellow brother, screw that guy that my grandfather fought in a war with or worked in this economy with, building this country up. Screw that guy, screw our ancestry, screw my fellow citizen. You know what? You're right. We should just bring these freaking people in. And when they commit crimes, they should not be dealt the consequences because that's wrong. And that's evil. There is a moralistic impurity to this. I am ethically compromised for standing for my people and standing against crime. That is what makes Britain great again. That is what makes Britain great again. And when we're getting screwed over by people and they're trading tariffs with us from overseas and they're making all the cents, they're making all the dollars, and we have all the money to lose. Oh, wow, that's interesting. We're sending aid overseas. We're sending a bunch of aid overseas. Billions of dollars. Our money that could be going to our own people, we're sending that over to a bunch of freaking other people while they are taxing us for products that they make. We're buying those products. So not only are we sending money to everyone, including the people taxing us for their products, but now we're also getting taxed for those wonderful, wonderful products. That is awesome. And that's what's going to make Britain great again. You're right. You're right. We're not getting screwed up the freaking rear end. Sending money overseas and then getting taxed when we're purchasing products for some reason outside of our own country. For some reason, we're not buying our own products. We're not making our own revenue. No, we're making another country and their revenue while we are destituting ourselves, giving them our freaking income. We're left with nothing, and then we have a bunch of freaking morons coming in, and we don't know who the frick they are. Oh, it turns out they don't do a lot of good things. Wow, that's interesting. But we have a bunch of morons coming in. They don't believe anything that we believe. They don't believe in our history. They don't even speak our freaking language, so we can't even speak to them. So if they ever get pissed at me, oh, well, you can't talk it out. All you have left is violence. Well, clearly, we shouldn't have capital punishment against a freaking criminal. So now, when there's violence by these random immigrating individuals, tough stuff. Tough stuff, bro. Tough stuff. That's the reality for you. Tough stuff. Deal with it. Deal with it because you're being ethically pure, getting your freaking anus wrecked by these random criminals. While other countries are also destituting you through their trade practices, and also, for some reason, you are committed to charity. And thank God we don't have any armed forces, police, military, to ever stop or apprehend criminals or outside invaders, which is basically the same thing with immigration. And by the way, it's such a great thing, right? That you bring in all these people who don't speak your language, they don't care about your culture, and they're taking your jobs. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Instead of giving those jobs to your own citizens, instead of home growing your own talent for the work that you need done inside of your civilization, no, it's a better idea that we just sit here and we allow these clowns to come on in. And really, all they do every single time, they bring in their country that they left into your country because they don't give two freaking craps about your country. It's called invasive assimilation. It's not immigration, it's invasive assimilation, you freaking clown. What a prick. Yeah, this guy right here. 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 Who posts up his freaking flag. Who actually believes in something with his country. Yeah, he's a prick. What a freaking prick. Let me guess. He has a nudie magazine, right? He likes looking at sexy women. Oh, look at that. Are those weights? Oh no. Oh dear God, does he work out? Oh my god, he stays in shape. Oh, what a prick. He works out. He works out. What a bigoted prick. This mother effer. All I need, oh my gosh. He makes freaking carpentry. He likes working with his hands. Wow. And he has a child. Love you, Dad. What a prick. Wow. He wants his country to stop being screwed over. He wants his country to be safe and sovereign and stable. And he even has a family. And he even lifts weights. And where's the women? Where's the sexy women? There's got to be a sexy woman somewhere. There's no sexy woman in here. Well, so he's just a terrible man. He's not a misogynist. That's so unfortunate. What a prick, though. What a prick. You see, for developers like these, the point of doing this is that they want to take out all their frustration on Donald Trump. They want to take out all their frustration on conservatives having a voice in any way whatsoever. And they want to trash on you for having your beliefs, having your convictions, and knowing why you have your convictions. By the way, liberals, if you want to be a liberal, you can't think. You don't think. The second you start thinking, you realize my own positions are retarded. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Why am I thinking this way? Why am I speaking this way? How did I ever get to this illogical conclusion? How did I ever get here? And then you realize, holy crap, I need to stop right now and completely transform all of my beliefs. But with libtards, they never admit defeat, even when they're wrong. And this is not even a joke, by the way. Libtards, even when they're proven absolutely wrong, and this has happened time and time and time and time again, even when they enact corruption, they will sit there and call your side the side of corruption. They don't believe in anything. They don't believe in anything. They don't care for anything. They do not even admit to the reality of the world outside of themselves. They think everything is just happenstance. They think everything's random. Oh, you can't toss it up to a certain type of individual does certain types of things. You can't do that. That's bigoted. How dare you make a generalization? The generalization is correct. No, you bigot. You prick. How dare you? Again, these are Democrats. These are Democrat developers who go out of their way espousing their politics, pushing their politics into gaming, and they want you to think that they are normal, that there's nothing wrong with this. Right here. And they want to have all the excuse in the world to take out their frustration on someone that has a better argument than themselves. They hate conservatives, they hate Donald Trump, and they literally go to such an extent to make a little billboard or some kind of promotional piece in this game right here, mimicking off Donald Trumpian policies, but in the image of British people. And them having the same convictions as a man that wants his country safe, stable, and sovereign. Absolute clown show. Absolute clown world. You are sitting here and you are watching these mother effers moralize to you, litigate to you, right and wrong, truth and reason, any kind of sense of your delusion, your irrationality. They're going to make it up for you, and you just have to listen. Like a good little ideological slave, they tell you what's right, they tell you what's wrong, and you, like a good little freaking puppy, you freaking wag your tail and you follow on your leash. And then you watch a gay guy have a shower. I want to see, where's your freaking flag, bro? Let me see that flag. Stronger together. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a join your union. Yeah, this sounds like libtard thinking. Take the... Wait, that's something. Take the pressure off. What the frick?
Aye, quite right, Trots.
Show me your flag. Where's your flag? Where's the flag? Gee. Wow. Wow, what a prick. Yeah, what a prick. Wow, he loves his country. I don't see your flag. Gee, I wonder if it's bigoted and hateful to be patriotic and nationalistic for your civilization that born and raised you. Gee. Yeah, this, having a flag garnered as important by somebody that the developers refers to as a prick. Gee, there's no purpose to this. There's no reason. This is just sitting here. This doesn't mean anything. Oh, they didn't mean that bigots, conservative bigots, post up their flags all over the place for their country. Oh, they totally didn't mean to demonize those who value their country. Not at all. Not at all when they call you a prick. For valuing these things, it actually stabilizes civilization all throughout history. Every civilization that has fallen apart didn't do these things. They didn't stop immigration. They didn't reject getting screwed over by outside marketplaces, other countries. They didn't restore capital punishment. They didn't make their country great again. They didn't scrap overseas aid, sending a bunch of charity money to other countries outside of yourself. And they didn't rebuild their armed forces. Every country that hasn't done that, they've all been torn apart. But you're right. The guy's a prick.